All right. Everybody get in the wagon. We're going.
I have to grab my rocks.
Your what?
My rocks.
Your rocks.
My rocks.
You're bringing rocks.
I have some rocks.
Right. Get your rocks. We're going.
Okay.
I'm
ready.
I need my owl. I need my dragons.
All right, everybody come sit down.
Come on, Harry Potter. Sit down.
Dragons. She got my owl.
All right.
I need some. I had a cage of dragons piled up behind me.
All right, sounds good.
I've 4,000 owls.
Okay, let's listen to the story now. So, you are traveling through Saksaland. This is a country. So first, you're starting along here, and you're going along the Harg Mountains. And you travel the first day. You're traveling north. So this is north, going this way. You're traveling north from Iona's home. And as you are traveling through the mountains, it's pretty not too bad going. It's a well-traveled path. The weather is okay, and night starts to fall, and it's your first night together. First, Thule has been with Plunk for probably about a week.
I was with Plunk for 14 years.
I would say let's say 3 days. So you two have known each other for about 3 days.
I've been here 1 day.
You've been here about a week.
1 day.
Okay.
And I've been here about a week.
3 days. And then this is Iona's. I don't know. This is Iona's first day
Of the Willows.
Her first day away from home ever.
I'm all right.
I've never been away from my home.
I'm okay because I have my rocks, and there's rocks where we're going, so.
Yes, there are lots of rocks where you're going.
4,000 owls. I got dragons.
So, as it starts to hit dusk, there's a smell in the air. And it's sour.
And I have my candy.
And
Is that the smell of all of your owls?
and there's
No, my dragons are pooping.
and the mosquitoes are coming out, and the bugs are everywhere.
Ow, that hurts.
And so
Strictly speaking, I don't mind bugs because they come with dirt and rocks, but I don't like it when they bite me.
you're howling. Hey, stop that howling. So Plunk hears you howling, and he's like, "Hey, stop it!"
I don't think Plunk.
He
likes
tells
howling.
you the reason why it's so stinky. Actually, he doesn't notice the stink. The reason that mosquitoes are out is because we're near Hugrun's cauldron.
Where on the map is that?
It is a swampy mire in the Harg Mountains.
My dragons are pooping.
Legend says... Okay, Daddy's trying to read. Hey,
Take a break.
okay, shh, take a deep breath. Okay. Legend says that the giant Hugrun was brewing a poisonous elixir to trick the gods. But Odin discovered the trick, and Thor crunched her with his hammer.
Oh.
The remains of the poisons, though, still sit in the cauldron, leaching its way into the depths of the earth.
Oh no.
And
What we gonna do?
You camp for the night and you pitch your tents in this stinky area.
Ooh.
And all night you smell that weird smell and you hear strange noises coming from the swamp. Some of those noises seem like they might be coming from Plunk, but even though you don't rest very much, you pass the night safely and continue on your journey.
What are you gonna have next? Because I don't want my dragons pooping.
All right. Next, the next day you go down and you come out of the mountains and kind of go into a plain. You cross a river, and in the middle of the day, you cross this. You see this big, huge swath of tumbled, broken stone, just for leagues and leagues, and they go on up into the mountains. And you ask Plunk about this, and he tells you that this place is known as the Scar, and this is right here on the map.
Right here? Oh, yes. And I've been, what's your name? Iona. Oh, yes.
Of the Willows.
Of the Willows.
Now, the Scar was formed when a massive Jotun, that's a type of giant, remember, was wandering through Midgard, that's Earth. It is said that he received such a fright from seeing the god Saxnot. He dropped his giant axe and tore the earth asunder when he fled. So his axe dug in and ripped up all of this stone. But everything passed safely. And night came again. And you start to camp. And you kind of look out in the field, kind of right before you get to the river, and you see some glinting things in the grass. And you ask about it. And Plunk says, that's Jarnfeld. Jarnfeld, or the Iron Fields, was the scene of a great battle where the Saksa, the people from Saksaland, held the river crossing against invaders. Countless warriors died, and the earth was littered with broken swords, axes, and spears. It is said, on some nights, the dead warriors walk again to fight any who come near. So you Plunk sets up the tent, and he rolls into his bed, and he falls asleep right away.
But Burston was snoring so loudly. I couldn't keep up because my dragons needed water. Keep that down.
Don't keep doing that because we need to hear what happens next.
Plunk is asleep and snoring and farting loudly. You start to wonder.
I was farting and peeing.
You start to wonder if the smell from the night before was from the swamp or if it was coming from Plunk. But then you hear scraping and clanking from outside the tent. What do you do? What did you do? Did you look out?
No. I don't know.
I'd like to see if I can sense what's out there.
All right. So Iona, we're still a little backstory. Iona goes still, and like she's falling asleep, and you start to wonder if she fell asleep, but then she pops up quickly and said, "There's skeletons coming."
There are skeletons coming.
You all tried to wake Plunk, but
Plunk.
shaking him just made him fart louder.
No.
So you had to deal with the skeletons on your own.
And I did thunder touches.
Okay, so each
I
of
made Plunk poop in his pants.
No,
right.
you didn't.
So each of you tell me how you dealt with some of the skeletons.
Thunder touch
You use Thunder Touch. So what does Thunder Touch do?
pushes them far away.
Okay, so you went and you touched the skeletons with your hands and you pushed them away with your Thunder Touch and they shot into the air.
Vicious bite.
Oh, okay. So you.
You have to roll.
Okay.
Using
We're just
Oh.
dialoguing.
You
So
can
you used and you ran up and you grabbed onto those skeletons like a dog does to a bone, and you shook those bones and chomped on them and rattled that skeleton straight apart. Exactly.
And I started touching them again. And then I started shaking too.
Okay. Let's hear what Iona did.
I don't want to touch them, but I'm gonna use my burning touch.
Okay, so Iona, her hand starts to vibrate, and then you could see it glowing red, like hot iron, and she just grabs onto the skeleton that's about to whack her, and it catches on fire when she touches it, and it goes and falls apart.
And then I started booming them again. That hurt. And I started shaking them again.
So you defeat all the skeletons, and there are no more coming for you. And you pull yourself exhausted into the tent and collapse and fall asleep. But 2 hours later, plunk. Get up, you lazy bones, let's get going.
What?
And makes you get on the wagon again. And so you're sleepy, going around the wagon the next day, so tired.
I need my softies. I need to rest my thunder touch. I have my soft owl.
And so you make it across the river, and you go, and you see this giant stone jutting out of the rock, and it's a weird shape. It's not like any natural stone you've ever seen before.
I never seen
And
stone.
actually, this is a story that Iona remembers.
I know this one.
And
Oh, okay.
This is actually, is it Grippa?
Gripa.
Grippa was a giant in the mountains, and one night she was playing with her golden ball.
I knew it.
Yeah, it's like a rock, but it's a ball. And when it rolled down the mountain, which is also made of rock, and into the plains, unfortunately for Grippa, she tarried too long. That means she waited too long, yeah. And was turned to stone when the sun rose over the horizon in the next morning, kind of like trolls. To this day, her weeping form overlooks the veil. Yeah, that's that big rock there. It's not actually a rock, it's a frozen person, so don't touch it, okay?
Wait, where's the
Yeah, she's right there, frozen giant. It's because the sun touched her skin.
Why can I not?
No, I mean like right, not in the story, but or in the story, don't touch it. If you want to touch it right now, beep. Oh no, you did turn to stone.
Okay.
Why does this thunder touch keep going?
Unseen.
Okay. We are going to stop there.